Spanish missionaries' rise to sainthood reflects the important role of Spanish-speaking Catholics in this country. Latinos make up 34% of Roman Catholics in the United States. More than 16 million of them were born here. Another 14 million are immigrants. Father Thomas Rosica is a deputy Vatican spokesman. He's also at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception in Washington. Father, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us what you think the Pope hopes to accomplish with his visit to the White House and his visit to Congress.
Pope Francis has come to the United States as a pastor. He's come to strengthen his brothers, first of all, in the episcopate, the bishops of this country, but he's come to visit the people of this vast land as a shepherd, as a pastor. Of course, with every message he brings us, the message is rooted in the gospel. He's going to speak most certainly of the two documents that have really marked his pontificate to this moment. That is Evangelii Gaudium, the gospel of joy, what we call an apostolic exhortation. It's kind of like the playbook or the lexicon from which come his ideas, his pastoral thrust. And also he'll most likely refer to Laudato Si, the encyclical that was released in June that speaks about the care of our common home. Ecology, but not just ecology of nature, ecology of the human person. And in each of the places he's going to visit, there'll be echoes of those themes. He'll also pay very close attention to those hosting him. Here at the Basilica behind me, this beautiful church and the wonderful altar they've set up, he's going to proclaim the first canonization here in the United States of Father Junipero Serra, a Franciscan missionary from the 17th century who brought the gospel to this country and who did much good against so many odds, including physical health and suffering in the times in which he was living. And to raise up a saint and a model, especially a Hispanic saint for this country, is highly significant because of the large numbers of Hispanic people that make up our country.
As you know, there's some small controversy about that because they say that he converted natives and somehow that did something to distinguish their culture.
You have to be very careful when we judge a past event or a person who lived several hundred years ago through our own lenses. Canonization and beatification, these two rites of the Catholic Church, do not proclaim someone perfect, without blemish, without sin, without mistakes or errors, but they are declarations of holiness. And it's an invitation to all of us to become holy as these people were holy.
Why is it
so
important?
I think we should be very careful in terms of the judgment that we're passing on him. There were difficulties, there were challenges, but he did immense good in bringing the gospel to these shores.
Why is it important to have this canonization in the United States?
It's very important because most of the time canonizations are done in Rome at the Vatican. And now that the Bishop of Rome has come to us, and to proclaim this person a saint here, not just a novelty, but it's the fact that he's bringing this saint to us so we can all celebrate him. Not everybody can go to Rome for a canonization. Many people can experience the canonization. Many more can experience it here in Washington. The fact that it's taking place here in the capital of this country, there's a statue of Junipero Serra in the Capitol Rotunda. His memory lives among many people here, many Hispanic peoples, and especially among the Franciscans who have labored here for several hundred years. And it's important because it's unique.
We appreciate that. Let me bring in Nora at the White House. Nora.
Hi, Father Rosica. So good to have you here in the U.S. I'm across town here at the White House, where I know this morning we're going to hear Pope Francis give some remarks, and they're going to be in English. Only one of 4 speeches we'll hear him speak in English here in the United States. Is it difficult for him to speak in English? What will we hear?
He speaks with an accent, like anyone from a foreign country might speak with an accent, but I know he's practiced English, and I think we'll be pleasantly surprised at the great progress he's made. He's already had several opportunities over the past year to practice or test out that English when he was in the Philippines and in Asia and several other times. And so the talk he's going to give will be a brief talk at the White House. I think he'll be very happy when he sees the crowd and the welcome given to him. Remember, at 78 years old, to enter the United States, as he did yesterday, there must be some sense of wonderment and awe at the welcome reserved for him and the welcome he's going to experience today on the South Lawn of the White House and also in the Oval Office with the President.
And that's just the beginning of the welcome he's going to receive here Thank you.
wonderment and awe.
That's right. Thank you very much, Father Thomas Rosica. It's always good to see you.